Hello and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing some essentials from wants to needs to absolutely can't go backpacking without. Backpacking essentials, woo! So for the first one we are going to be starting with the wants. Things you want to take with you, but you absolutely don't need, but you can take, and they'll help you out. So first of all, we have, I don't know what that is. We have an eye bobber. If you don't know what an eye bobber is, basically it's a fish tracker that hooks onto your fishing pole. You hook it on, cast it out into the water like this, and it will detect the water, detect the fish, and show you if there's fish, show you the temperature and depth of the water. It's really nice, works really well, and it has a super long battery life. It hasn't gotten below 100% for me ever since I've used it. Connects to your phone with Bluetooth through the iBobber app, and yeah, it's a really fun little gadget you can have with you to play around with and fish with, and it really has helped me catch some fish in the past. For the next want, we have an outdoor summer shower. You absolutely do not have to shower on your trips. But obviously it probably would be good to shower. I mean, you can get stinky sometimes. But you don't have to shower, you really don't need this, but you can take it if you want it. To shower off, rinse off, I don't know. If you're alone, you'll be fine. If you're not alone, maybe you don't want to use it, but yeah, summer shower, recommend. For the next one, earbuds. So listen to music. Sit there like, oh yeah, we're going. You don't need those. You don't need fancy ones either. Mine have a fancy screen on them. But yeah, you don't need earbuds, but that is a nice want to listen to music on the trail. I mean, you can always just play it off your phone, or I'd recommend just listen to nature around you. Listen to the birds, listen to the animals, listen to the grass, the wind in the trees. That's what's most important. Next want, the Jetboil. You do not need this at all, but it is super handy. Basically, you make coffee with it. You can boil water in it, you can make coffee with it, or yeah, stuff like that. Actually, this might be more of a need because, well, we'll get to that later in the video. Next want, you'll see why. Next want, an outdoor fan. Yes, you do not need this at all, at all. It's just a nice little thing of convenience. You can blow when you're hot in the afternoon. Well, it does have a flashlight on it though, but it is kind of big and bulky for camping, especially backpacking, but it is nice. And now we're gonna move on to the needs. First need, Mountain House freeze-dried food. This specific bag will last you till May 2055. So this will last you quite a while. And like I said earlier, why you might actually need the Jetboil is to boil the water for these. Super lightweight. It just has a butane gas can for it. You can just light it, and then this will light up orange once it's finished, or turn orange I should say, when it's finished, and then you can pour it out into your Mountain House meal. This one is a beef thing with cheesy marinara sauce, freeze-dried. It's nice, it's crunchy, it will last you a long time. 22 grams of protein, 440 calories per bag, and this can feed 2 people on the trail. But if you're extremely hungry because you just had a long 10-mile hike in one day and you just haven't eaten anything, this is definitely the snack for you. Yeah, will do you good. You can put that into the needs. These are both needs. And then the next need, a Thermacell. This is very important. In case you haven't watched my previous videos, we reviewed the Thermacell, where basically it keeps the mosquitoes away. It's really nice. This is the propane model. They also make battery-powered versions as well, but I'd recommend the propane one. It has this little pad on the front of your place right here. Let me just show you. And it does work really well. It has a 15-foot radius, so it's really nice. Completely keeps mosquitoes away, works really well. Has a little pad that the lighter blue it turns, that's when you know you need to replace it. And you basically just flip the switch, push the start button until you see a little tiny orange flame up in the top. And it can clip on to your pants right there like that. And then you can go and have fun without getting destroyed by mosquitoes. The next need is sunglasses. Oh yeah, these are important, kind of. I mean, you don't need these nice ones, but basically if you're hiking and it's a super sunny day, like if you're hiking on a cliffside and you don't want to get, what's the word? Tons of sun in your eyes, and like it's also safety, like if you're walking on the side of the cliff, just looking around and you can't see a thing, you could accidentally like walk too close to the edge and stumble off the cliff, you know, that's not a good thing. So sunglasses is definitely a need. And then the next need, sunscreen. This is important as well. Sunburn, no one likes it. Just should definitely have it so you don't get all sunburnt on your legs, you know, that's not fun at all. Especially when you're trying to sleep, because you also need a good night's rest at night so you can wake up in the morning and have energy. And if your knees are peeling really bad because you just got really bad sunburn and all that stuff, you're not going to get that much sleep. So it all kind of ties together into one thing. So that's important. Next, Life Straw. You don't have to have this, but it's really nice to have because then you can just walk. If you didn't watch some of my other videos, you'll know that the Life Straw, you need to get it started, otherwise it won't suck through. But then it'll work pretty well. You can just go straight to a lake, a really gross swamp, and then just drink right out from the lake. It'll be crisp, clean water, no UV lights. It can do 1,000 gallons per Life Straw, so realistically you won't ever use it up until it like breaks or something. But yeah, really nice to have, and it works really well the whole time. So yeah, the next need, kind of between need and want, so that's why I put it in the middle category, is this really nice Rock Cloud chair. It's a little backpacking chair that folds up into this little tiny bag here, where you just unzip this. I'll show you, I'll do a full demonstration on this one. You unzip this, you take this Velcro apart, and it looks like a big mess, but it has strings and stuff that will pull itself together, kind of, but you kind of have to help it along while you're doing it. It will just pull together like this. All nice and perfect. It's really sturdy, but this isn't the whole chair. You're probably thinking how can you sit in that? You can't sit in that. The next thing is it has this little thing you put on top. Stand up for this. And you have the chair put together. So, and then you can sit in it really nice. You fit, it has a couple cup holders. So that's really nice. And it's very sturdy. It's the sturdy design. I wouldn't recommend like jumping into it, like flopping all like, such long hop, hike. Slowly sit down to it like this so it doesn't break over time. And then, yeah, it's a really nice chair. It fits into your bag really nicely. It's super light, like look, pinky lift, nothing. It's super light. And yeah, so that's a pretty nice one if you want to be able to sit down without sitting on the ground, dirt, or a rock. I mean, but if you're adventurous like me, that'd be just fine for you. And now we're done with the wants and the needs. Now we're on to the must-haves. Can't go on the trail without. And for the first one is this emergency blanket. But judging by the picture, it doesn't look like it's doing much for this person, but they make it look dramatic. Basically, it's durable, quiet material, waterproof and windproof, and heat reflective. So it's super thin, but it will keep the heat in to you like a regular blanket would. And it's really nice. It's super light for backpacking. and it will work really well for all that stuff. And it's a 54 by 84 inch blanket. You can also sit on it, you can also wrap up in it, you can do a lot of different things with it. Next one is a radio. This probably wouldn't do very good up in the mountains, but this is my example for a satellite radio, or like a Zoleo or something like that. Basically where you can, if something medical happens, you can call in and be like, hey, my leg is broken, come help me. They're on certain Zoleo things, like satellite messaging things, you can click an SOS button, and apparently they will come to you. They will either hike to you, which I don't think they do that, or they'll come down and pick you up in a helicopter, I think. I think that's how that works, but only use it for extreme emergencies. Like, don't just prank call them, you know? That wouldn't be good. So only extreme emergencies, and then they'll come pick you up, take you to a hospital, and yeah. The next one is a bear bag. There's stuff in here, it's just leftover food from my parents' hike they did, but we're not gonna open it up. It's a bear bag. You clip it up in a tree. It has a little pulley thing you can use, but you put it up in a tree and it will keep the bears from smelling it as much and keep the bears away from your food. Because you don't want to put the food in your tent, let me tell you. I've never personally experienced this, but if you put the food in the tent, you could get a bear in your tent. So that's not a very good thing. And another need, forgot to do this one. Another need is this pillow. Really nice pillow. And you basically just open it like this. It's in this little tiny bag. And it doesn't look like much, but if you open it up, it's this full-on pillow here that you then blow up. I'm not going to demonstrate right now, but you blow it up, it works really well, and you can adjust it. You can push this little button right here, and it will deflate. If you want it a little more soft, but if you want it harder, you can not deflate it, obviously. But yeah, that's a nice pillow. That'd be really helpful for sleeping as well. And another absolute must-have is a first aid kit. This is super important. Like, this doesn't have much in it, but another example. First aid kit, really important. Band-aids, Neosporin, gauze, gloves, anything you can do to help. First aid kit, probably one of the most important things you can take with you on a backpacking trip. And for the last but not least, the final item on the must-have, and for this whole video, to wrap up the video, a water bottle. You need lots of water. Obviously, if you have a life straw, you won't need as much water, but if you don't have a life straw, or any filters for that matter, lots of water is important. Big water bottles, bladders for your water bottle, for your backpacks. Lots of water is very important. You don't want to get dehydrated up on the trail. And after all, humans can only go 3 days without water. So that'd be a pretty bad thing if you ran out of water up on the top of a mountain. You'd have to get down pretty quick, because you can't just drink right out of a lake unless you have a life straw or a filter. So lots of water. That's a very important thing. And yeah. So these are all the essentials you will need for backpacking. Wants, needs, can't go without. We will be doing a future top 5 item review for essentials you will definitely need for backpacking in the future. This video took a lot of preparation to make. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!